way. Ain't no way these are gonna be viable units. I wanna test this theory of Wolfguard hypercarry theory. I'm having fun. Can I like kind of chill for a minute? I think more gacha games need zipline. I don't want it to feel visceral. It's visceral enough. I'm gonna have to start censoring things and I don't wanna do that. Hello, friends and gamers. So I'm recording this right after the previous Arknights Endfield video, but if you watched that one, you would know that I got booted for a client update. Like mid cutscene. So I like just ended the video there because I'd been recording for like over an hour anyway. So I was like, this is fine. But it is like 2 days into the beta and I'm kind of like I'm kind of at a point where I'm like, I might need to speedrun this beta because when I looked at the poll screen, it said there was 8 days left on the limited banner and that might mean the beta ends in 8 days. And that scares me. So we need to get as much done as we possibly can, which we'll see. Last video is super yappy. We looked at what did we look at? We looked at the like rate ups and things like that, the rules for the gacha, which seemed like they were pretty nice, pretty lenient, but the pull cost looked quite high. So I would like to see how easy it is to get that pull currency. We'll probably look at the banner again at the beginning of this video. I had 600 ore barrels, I think, at the last time I looked at the menu. So I would like to see how many we have now, just to kind of like an hour later, where was I at? And that's kind of like a gauge for that, is how easy is it to get that pull currency. Secondly, I looked at Wolfguard. He's fantasy Italian. And then the third thing we did was AIC gameplay. So let's get started. Click to continue. And I do still have my boba that I've been like slowly sipping on. I am very tired. It's 8:30. I think I'd like, because I always make jokes about 9 o'clock nap time. 9 o'clock is nap time. I get sleepy at 9 o'clock, but it's too early to go to sleep at 9 o'clock. But if I just make it through that like 45 minutes window there, I can stay up till 3 in the morning. So neither of which are good, but there's like no in between. I should really start taking advantage of the 9 o'clock nap and just making it 9 o'clock sleepy time, but I don't. So this will probably be my last video tonight. Usually I'd be like, okay, I recorded one video for this game tonight. I can be done. Cause I try to like, if I can, my goal is to like record one video every day. Because also I like playing my little games and it makes me happy. So recording one video every day means I get to play for like an hour a day, any game I want. And I like that. I'm sorry, I like that. But I'm like sitting myself. I would do 1 hour because I went out and touched grass today. That's why I have boba. But we might be at a time crunch. I might be finishing this at 3 a.m. the day the beta finishes, like I did during the tech. I did that during the tech test, like the last day of the tech test. I finished at like 3 a.m. a couple hours. Like I think the tech test ended at like 9 a.m. my time. I finished at like 4 with the survey. I don't know if and when we'll be getting surveys. I kind of hope we do because it's really fun to like sit and yap about the surveys on camera. It's fun. Especially because I love yapping about my games. So this first loading screen to get in the game takes forever, by the way. This loading screen has got nothing on the Genshin one that takes forever. This takes longer. But then once you're in, the loading screens aren't that bad. So I also think it's probably not helped by the fact that they just pushed a client update and everyone's trying to log back in right now. Like I sat here for a couple minutes. Like I don't think that's helping anything, the client update, pushing everyone out. At least on the America/Europe server side. I'm not sure about the other ones. I do have to say we might like, I might like sink down a little bit because my back hurts like a lot because I went out to dinner with like family. So I was like sitting up straight the whole time because I didn't want anyone to be like, sit up straight, rah, and all that. So I need to like shrimp in my chair now. I don't know why the game is so glitchy when you first load in. Oh, is it re-pushing the cutscene? It looks like it's repeating the cutscene from last time. So we'll sit through it again. It's no big. I actually might take a little boba break during this cutscene. But this was the cutscene that I was cut off at the very end of last time. So it looks like it's pushing this out again, which I actually like that. If you get cut off for a client update in the middle of a cutscene, it looks like they'll just restart the cutscene for you. So that's nice. If you have like a technical glitch, I would assume the same thing happens as well, where if you're booted for the game for whatever reason during a cutscene, they'll replay it once you log back in, which is always very appreciative. We always appreciate that. Looks like they started from scratch though. Interesting, because I was cut off in this cutscene. You know what? We don't have time. Oh, lovely, 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 lovely. So my story skippers, if you're here because you played the game and skipped the story yourself, my story skippers in the audience, you do get an explanation of what happens in the cutscene you're skipping, it seems like, which I actually love this feature. I'm not a story skipper, right? I'm only skipping this cutscene because I sat through most of it and I was able to hear the audio for the very end of this cutscene. It just was black screen with no text. So I was able to hear it. So I'm like, we don't have time to sit here. So we're gonna yap about it instead. But as somebody who is like a lore player, I am here for the story. I love analyzing and picking apart the stories of the games I play. It's so fun to me. Yes, I'm a big reader as well. I love love stories, okay? But I know not everyone plays their games for the same reasons, especially gacha games. I know some people are really just here for combat and pulling characters. I'm here for my cute little guys as well as the story and the story those little guys are in. So there's nothing wrong with that. I don't think there's anything wrong with how you decide to play your games, especially a free-to-play game. It's free. You spent no money on it. If you want to spend money on it, that's optional. But even like games that you pay for, like it's your money, you know, if you have if you have the means to spend that money, you know, but play the game how you want to play the game. But I do like if you're a story skipper, when they have explanations of that story you're skipping, because then you still kind of know what's going on while you're skipping the story. So the power is successfully back online, and you decide to return to the hub base and deal with the remaining issues. So we're gonna confirm that, because I did already go through that at the end of the last video. The protocol synchronizer access authorization is granted. Press escape or, okay, escape, yeah. Is this the menu? Yes, we've unlocked the menu again. It still has that constant movement, and I said this in the last video, but there needs to be an option just for accessibility reasons to turn that off, because having that constant movement can really mess with some people. Even me, like I'll get a headache sometimes from things like that, so there needs to be an option to turn that constant movement off. I said that in the tech test. It has not been brought into the game yet, so I'm just gonna bring it up again. But ProtoSync has integrated various functions you might need for exploration. I honestly want to turn this movement off. It's just annoying me a little bit because it's like opposite for how it feels opposite, you know? But you can use the Endfield database, or EFDB, to view details of various items, enemies, and tutorials. This section highlights headhunting and arsenal exchange events currently available. Then we have the map. Looks like it wants me to teleport. So this area shows Valley 4 region overview. Click here to open the map of the hub, and that is a map. The map of the hub shows the terrain and various information of this area. You can click the various map icons to get more details about them. For example, you can click a mission tracking point to view the mission details. Click the TP point at the entrance of the base, and we can teleport. It's going to make me teleport. No, it's not. Thank God. I want to look at the menu a little bit more. Also, it looks like we got, yep, January 18th quick update compensation. This is what was just pushed out. We got it at an extra sanity syrup, again, which I haven't gotten to using yet, but I am looking forward to getting to use them, because it looks like they've sped up this beginning section of the game, so we'll probably have that soon. But also, it looks like we have our updates over here. I wonder if people have gotten banned already. I say that because I'm pretty sure in the tech test, it's day 3. People were getting banned by like day 2. Nothing. Nope, no one's gotten banned yet. I'm not saying this is not an invitation to do something to get banned. Don't do that. I just thought it was kind of funny when people got banned like day 2. It was like, what are you doing? What are you doing? What did you do? It's a tech test. What did you do? So yeah, weird glitch that opening the, if you open the menu, the notices menu, first of all, it doesn't show up in OBS, which is weird. But if you open the menu, click out, and then try to open it again to look at something, it will boot you out of the game. That's a new one. Oh, we have to sit through this horrible login screen loading thing again. I'm almost like, do I want to like pause it, go grab a snack, and come back? I might. Oh my God, though, I bought these protein bars, right? Because protein bars are a really good snack for me because of all my health stuff. I need like as much protein as I can get. They have something I'm allergic to in them. And I had one last night and I was like, my tongue feels a little tingly. I'm just gonna go to bed. And then I was having one this morning and I like side glanced the ingredients on the back and I was like, oh, that's pumpkin protein. All right, that's a problem. Always check what's in your protein bars. Check what protein is in your protein bars, guys. Don't get protein bars. I am allergic to pumpkin. Hi, this is something that I haven't talked about in a minute. I'm allergic to pumpkin. Obviously, it's not that much because there was like a bunch of different kinds of like naturally proteins in them because I got like the vegan ones were on sale, so I got the vegan ones. And obviously it wasn't that much if it just made my tongue like tingle, but it was like, they're now sitting on my kitchen table, so I remember to give them to family because I've done that a couple of times where I'll buy things I can't eat for whatever reason because having dietary restrictions is really annoying and sometimes you don't realize that oh, I can't eat this actually. Great. So I very frequently, like, I don't just throw it away. I give it to family because they don't have the same dietary restrictions. It's just me, guys. It's just me. But I didn't see anyone because the family I saw, funnily enough, is also allergic to it, so I couldn't give to them. So I didn't bring it with me earlier when I went out to eat, but it'd be a great time for a protein bar, especially because I'm a little draggy, a little sleepy. Be a great time for a protein bar break, but alas, I can't eat them. I hear the music. I'm not going to open up the notices thing again, though. I won't do that. Not again. I do hope, big hope for launch, though, is that they fix whatever glitch was making it so I can't see that notices screen immediately. Like I can't see it in my OBS. I need to like do a roundabout way of viewing it in OBS because that is how I go through, like on patch day for these sort of games. I go in there and I look at the notices to see what's new in the patch for most of the games I play. There's a phase 1 and a phase 2. So that's lovely. Day 7, and then this goes to day 20. So there is 20 days. Closing time is 2/13 though. So it looks like 26 days left. It looks like the beta might be longer than I thought. It looks like it might be going to right before Valentine's Day, which I think the ending of this beta coincides right smack dab with the second session of the demo period for Monster Hunter Wilds, I think. So that's perfect timing for me. Because I know I'm not the only one who plays both Arknights games and Monster Hunter games. There's a bunch of overlap there. So if you're wondering what I'm possibly playing after this beta, it's Monster Hunter. I'm immediately going to Monster Hunter. All right, return to the base entrance. Okay, we got a lot of pull currency though, so I kind of want to use it. So if we go headhunt, right? I believe I kind of want to. I'm not sure where my headhunting permits are. That's the thing. Like the permits don't show up here. Because this is Origioma, and then this is the ore barrel, which I still only have 600 of. There's more ore barrel up here. I don't know where this is coming from. I know I have 30 headhunting passes though, but there's nowhere that shows that on screen, and I think that's crime. I think we need that on screen somewhere. I'm gonna be so real. But I know we can do 30, but I have to use the ore barrel for this banner. Unless will it let me? Yeah, you need 4K for headhunting. Okay, so you need to use ore barrel there, but you can't use the permits on the limited banner. So I feel like that's a weird system because usually there's like a standard pull currency and a like limited special pull currency in a lot of these games. And the thing is, I only really ever pull on the normie banners, if you will, when I have like that currency for that banner, but it's not the same here. So I'm curious, but I know I have headhunting permits, so we're gonna do temple. Yeah, see, I have 30. They need to show that on screen somewhere. I feel like that's a really big thing that needs to be on screen because otherwise, especially this is a bit more niche, but from a content creator perspective, knowing how many I have ready to go is very important for pull videos. Anyways, let's do 30 temples because I have them and this is a beta, so it doesn't matter. Also, I've never seen the animation for temples. Are they color? Oh, that's gold. That, I think orange is 5-star. Or wait, no, I lied. Yay! Wolfguard promo! Yay! I really like new Wolfguard, okay? I know I tweeted, I'm like, oh my god, they entirely changed him. And I was not mad about it. I'm really not mad about it. Wolfguard again. Oh, Snowshine. Cutie. I love Snowshine. Snowshine sounds very familiar. I've said this before. We do not speculate voice actors before they are officially announced or released here because that can put people in a lot of hot water, both people who are speculating as well as the voice actors themselves, whether they are the voice actor or not. So we don't do that here, but they do sound very familiar. And personally, I am speculating, but I don't like publicly speculate. I don't say who I think it is, but this voice actor sounds familiar. And I think I might know exactly who it is, but I'm not gonna say that. Yay! Promo for Chen Yu! Cute. I love how they have the voice lines here. Oh, Chen Yu again. Okay, this is a really good temple. Like, it's a bunch of 4. Oh my god, wait! Did I just get like 3 copies of Chen in a row? Oh, Wolfguard again. Ooh, good, I love him. I love Wolfguard. My Scorpio king. Listen, I can make Scorpio jokes because I'm also a Scorpio, okay? I can make jokes about it. Ooh. Are you gonna say your name? No. Zahi. Okay, I did get that right. Pretty. She was in the tech test as well, but I believe that her outfit changed, and I love her outfit. It's so fitting for her. Okay, that's Zahi again. Whoa! 5-star. Oh, Perlica. Okay. Perlica promo. I'm curious how common it is to get Perlica specifically, because there's other gacha games out there where getting like the starter characters, like the rate up is the same as other characters, but for whatever reason, getting these like first starter characters is such a process. So I guess it's a bunch of 4 stars. I think this one temple I just promoed up. How many copies of, I got 4 copies of Chen Yu in this one temple. I'm surprised that there's not any like weapons or anything you get from these banners. So these banners are actually kind of cracked. I'm not even gonna lie. It's all characters all the time. But another thing I am curious about is how viable 4-star units will be. One, because there's a lot of 4-star units I really like and would like to use at the daily. And 2, because like they're in this banner so frequently, I'm like, ain't no way these are gonna be viable units. But I should be at promo 4 for, I think it's promotion, by the way. I'm not entirely. Promo 4 for Chen Yu, 2 for Wolfguard, 2 for Zahi, or 1 for Zahi, because this is my first copy of her. All right, rewards acquired. We got some tokens. All right, that was only one temple, by the way. We have another one. We have 2 more we can do. This is fun now. I've almost been here for half an hour. So we're looking for orange. I think I see an orange. There was an orange back here, I think. Or there might be 2 5-stars in this one because that can't tell. All right, we're gonna skip through these a little bit faster. Another Zaihi. This is another Zaihi. And another Snowshine. Another Zaihi. A lot of Zaihi on this temple. Another Snowshine. Who's our 5-star? Ooh, Avuena. Oh, she's vaguely Australian now. I love her voice. I love her voice so much. And Qianyu. We got Zaihi. Another second 5-star, baby. Another copy of Lena. Okay, cool. Another copy of Avuena. And then we have another Zaihi. It's literally all Zaihi all the time in this temple. Not bad, not bad. It seems like maybe because there's so few characters available right now, but it seems quite easy to level up some of these characters. So getting 6 stars is going to probably be abysmal, but getting 4 and 5 stars is quite easy. Like I think my Qianyu is already maxed, which is great because I love her. So this is my final 10 pull for now. Is it orange? I'm not sure what the animations look like yet. That looks like gold to me. It looks like just a 5-star. All right, we're gonna speed these. I've definitely maxed out Qianyu at this point. So definitely I have to have maxed her out. Ain't no way. Wolfguard. Love him. I love Wolfguard. Zaihi. Then we have... it's all Qianyu. I'm about to start learning how to say her voice lines. Oh my god. It's like stuck in my head. Qianyu. Oh, that pad. Cutie. Nature. What are our elements? Well, there's our big panda. We got him. I'm excited to see his gameplay because I really liked Ben Bigger's gameplay in Zenless Zone Zero, and he's a big bear. This is literally the panda version. Da Pan, big panda. I'm excited. I'm assuming it's big panda because Da is big, so I'm assuming that's what that's supposed to be. And I'm out. So no more. So it looks Ora Barrel. Is it not the same currency? 275 is owned. So where's the 6? Oh, this Aura geometry. Can I transfer it to be 600 Aura Barrel? Because there's this Aura Barrel currency. Exchangeable with Aura geometry. Okay. Okay, I see this. I do see this then. So, okay. That makes some sense, but not a ton. We'll figure it out eventually. Who do we want to use? Because we could make like a fun team, but I don't think anyone, like there's no rules for team comps yet. Like no one's kind of put together like this is the best team you can rep. Someone's probably done it. Someone's out there doing it. All right, potential. It's not promo, it's potential. Okay, I'm gonna continuously call it promo though. I know I am. So I'm at 3 out of 5. So there's 5. So it would be 6 copies, not 7. I think last time I said 7, but there's 5 copies, 5 extra copies. So 6 in total. 1 for Perlica. Qianyu, we're just gonna max out. I wish, can we like just do all, level all? Avuena, I have 1 as well. There is voice lines going. So Qianyu is still in some sort of school because she said my fellow classmates. So Zaihi I also maxed. There we go. We have the database as well. There's the, yeah, let's just click through that. I just want to get all the things to go away. Yep, this is what we're doing now. I don't like the little indicators, okay? I have to get them all to go away or I will go insane. Threat files. Oh, this one's annoying because you have to click them all separately. Oh my god. I do like the little database though. It's quite cute. I think last time it had a dark mode though. Can I have dark mode on the database back? Please, Hypergriff. This hurts my eyes. Also, you don't have to click on everything, which is nice. All right. Not bad. Not bad at all. Let's put a team together. I only have 3 slots. I know I want Wolfguard. I know I want Qianyu. Avuena is electric, so maybe we switch it. Armed messenger. Is anyone a healer? Oh. Wait, if I filter? No, you can't filter by what they do yet. Hold on, I'm gonna have to go to the character screen. Or the operator screen. Here we go. Guard, defender, support, caster, specialist. It's really the same character classes from Arknights, but I believe it's been a minute since I've picked up Arknights. So I have Wolfguard, who is a specialist. Battle skills will realize their true potential with the support of other operators. So essentially, it seems like specialist, at least in this game, specialist is going to be more of like a hyper carry unit. So you want supports with him. Qianyu is a guard. Physical damage to enemies can inflict physical statuses that lift, knock down, or knock enemies. For crowd control, so ideally I would need some sort of support unit. Avuena is also a specialist, it seems like. I need a support. Snowshine Zaihi is support. So I'm assuming she's probably the healer here. Oh, I was not expecting her to be a hacker at all, actually. Cryo damage, attack. I don't see anything about healing. Ah, it gives HP treatment. Okay, Her ultimate is HP. Okay, so I think I want to put Zaihi where Perlica is then, just because I want a healer. I feel like that doing that early game is going to be very important. So level 6. So we need a +5 upgrade. So then if I go team, I want Zaihi in there. Add to team. I kind of am thinking about switching out Chi and Yu just for fun. Maybe we throw in Snowshine as a defender. I kind of want to play around. Because I'm just like, I think, do I want to do like a fire and ice team? They're both, because Zaihi and Snowshine are both ice. I wish you could view characters from the team menu properly. Oh, she's so cute. Do fire and ice work together in this game? Because I know they do in like Genshin, but I don't know if they will do that here. What do your skills do? Fizz damage. Not fully on ice. It's a lot of fizz damage. Why are you a cryo unit? You also have HP treatment though on one of your skills, which is very nice. Okay, your ultimate has cryo damage on it. I think I want to give this a shot. I just want to play around with this. Because I can always, it's early game, so I can always mess around with teams a little bit later. I just want to, because I want to test this theory of hypercarry. I want to test this Wolfguard hypercarry theory. So this is our new team. Again, somehow we've ended up with an all half animal team, but we are returning to the base after 40 minutes. I'm so sorry for these videos because a lot of it is just, so far it's been yapping, but it's because I'm so excited to like theory craft. All right, I'm excited because I feel like I can actually do that now. Whereas in the tech test, I couldn't because there like wasn't enough stuff to craft with. Like, sure, I could craft it, I could theorize about the story all I wanted, but that was about it. I'm having fun.
Enmin, now that we have deployed the AIC,
right.
new features of your proto-sync should be unlocked.
Yeah, they have been unlocked.
Use the TP point to quickly teleport yourself back to the control tower. Make good use of our teleprotocol tech. It'll really help speed up your travels.
Do we want to just like throw this entire video at the wall and do survey? I think so. Hey, I got like a lot of time. I have like a whole month for this beta. I might as well. Click here to complete the survey. Is it gonna open up in my web browser? Yeah. God damn. All right, hold on. There we go. How would you rate your experience with this game when comparing it with other games you played? I've literally said this already, but even like the glitches I've been having in this, the game crashing earlier, that was a glitch I have not had in a game released game. But any major glitches I've had so far with this game, the Endfield beta, a lot of them, if not all of them, are glitches I've had in other gacha games that are already released and have been for months. Some years actually. So the beta having those glitches that like already released games have, I can't complain about that because I continue to play the games that are already released with those glitches. So can I like kind of shill for a minute? I kind of want to say this is beyond my expectations because it is. I'm gonna go right here, but ideally I would like to go like right here, but I can't do that, so I'm just gonna go here. So like in the middle of my you know what? I'm gonna go there. How likely would you recommend this game to your friends? I definitely would. I actually recommend you guys play this game when it comes out. That's why I'm like, there's gonna be a second beta. There's gonna be a second beta, and so many more people are gonna get in. It's gonna be great. Okay, so how do you feel about, now we get to talk about this. How do you feel about each of these stages? The prologue before awakening the Endmin. Can I be so real in the fact that I don't remember a lot of this? And I edited the video like yesterday. So the prologue, I don't remember the prologue. This all kind of is just like jumbled together. Oh my God. I do remember the initial tour of Dijiang, Awakening of the Endmin, talking to Perlica, gameplay tutorials, basic. I was neutral in this. I felt like it was important information and important that we got it when we did, but I wish it would have been done in a different way because it felt very info dumpy. I wanted it to be more dramatic, I guess would be the right word. The prologue, okay, the prologue was the walking around in the snowy dreamscape. I like it a normal amount. I wouldn't say I like it a lot, but I'm closer to I like it a lot than neutral because I did like the prologue more than I liked the tour of Dijiang. So I do want to put that above. I wish that there was like a secret fourth option over here. Like that I could like, So the process of saving the hub, which is taking out the anchor in the hub, fighting against a powerful enemy with Qian Yu, and transmitting power to the substation in the skies, cleaning up again. This one I also liked a lot because even though this part felt kind of like tutorial info dumpy, at the same time, we were doing so many little things and bits of the game, and I spent so much time on the hub process that I didn't feel as much like I was just sitting there having info dumped at me sort of thing. I was actually able to do things, and I feel like that's what was missing from the tour of Dijiang. It's just a lot of talking. And there's some combat tutorials, But it's not, it's like basic combat tutorials that could be literally anywhere else in the game. You could have put them in the honestly, it would make sense to put some, like, half in the prologue, half in the hub saving process. It would just make more sense that way. I don't think we needed to spend as much time in Dijung as we did. Next, is there any gaming experience that you are mostly satisfied with / like? Okay, so the first option, smoothest and fun when processing or progressing through the main story. Connections between different gameplay systems. This is like two different things. Because the connections between different gameplay systems, I think it's a little choppy in parts, especially that tour of Dijung. I did not like that tour of Dijung. I feel like that's gonna keep coming up. But the clarity of mission guidance, yes, especially the AIC towers. That was a much better tutorial. So I'm like 50-50 on this. But it does say mostly satisfied with, so I will check that off. Reading experience, so the amount of information, ease of understanding, etc. I'm not gonna check that off because I feel like it's very info dumpy. And even though that is like spoken dialogue, I still think it's quite info dumpy. So characters, yes, immediately yes. I'm very satisfied with the characters. Narrative performance, which is CG animations and cutscenes, yes, I'm mostly satisfied with it. But is reading experience, I'm just not gonna check that. Combat gameplay, yes, I like that. I think it's, I liked it before, I like it now as well. AIC factory gameplay, which also includes the zipline travel, so I am gonna check that off because the zipline travel is new to this version of the game. I love it. I love the zipline. I think more gacha games need ziplines. UI experience and art style, I am not going to check that because even though I like some of the upgrades to the UI, I still think there needs to be an option to turn off that constant movement control. So I'm not gonna check it off. Music? Yes, immediately yes. Environment art, which would be 3D. Actually, I'm gonna check off the environment art because I was saying this. They've changed it slightly from the tech test, and it fits in, like, the characters in the environment art fits better together now. It's not as jarring, and honestly, it's like barely jarring at all. It's really not. Team-based action, roaming the map, and battle as a team. Yeah, I'm mostly satisfied with that, but that hasn't changed a ton. If anything, they just tuned some of the movement, but that hasn't changed a ton since before. 3C controls camera and character of basic actions. I really don't have anything to be unsatisfied with that so far. Quite frankly, and even when it forced perspective, because this is the thing, a lot of games will do with the world where they will force perspective at certain sections to, like, sell the story, like show off a certain part of the atmosphere that's like, oh, this big looming tower or something like that. And usually I hate that. I hate a perspective lock, I really do, but I'm not mad about it here. So I don't have any reason to be upset about the 3C action stuff. Enemy designs, I feel like I haven't fought enough of them yet to be satisfied or dissatisfied with them. But I will say the boss we fought earlier prior to saving Andre was kind of meh. That was the cutscene where the lighting, like the cutscenes surrounding that, the lighting was really weird, so I don't think I'm gonna click that off. Connection to the Arknights universe that enhances the sense of immersion and gives room for imagination. I don't think there's been a ton yet, quite frankly, because I think some of the connections that would have been at this point in the game were removed or made harder to find. Because I know that prior, I don't even think we've gotten that far yet. Again, this is a very neutral one. I feel like there's not really been enough connections to satisfy or dissatisfy me in this regard. But also my Arknights knowledge is not as strong as some other people because it's been a very long time since I was like actively playing Arknights. I do have Arknights downloaded on my PC right now to get back into it, but I haven't had the time to do that because I'm playing the Endfield beta and doing other stuff. Story and world building? Yes, I'll say yes for now. I'm mostly satisfied. I'm very on the cusp with that one though. Visual performance of certain key concepts, the Iridium in the sky, the Blight, the Red Anchor. I would say yeah, I'm mostly satisfied with it. Performance optimization and stability, yes, and yes, because this game runs. It runs so much better than it did before. Like, just in general, it runs. Crafting items, I'm going to not keep that. I'm gonna keep that unchecked because I feel like it was better before, especially with having the hotbar for these items, and I don't know where else I'd put that within these, so crafting items is staying unchecked. Any experience you're unsatisfied with? So crafting items, I feel like everything that I kept unchecked, UI experience probably would be one of them that would need to be checked off because there needs to be that option to turn off that movement. That is like the big thing there. Reading experience, I might check, but I think that's fine for now. Just that UI experience is kind of the biggest one. Which of these basic controls feel unnatural / poor to you? I feel like everything is fine. Jumping and the combination of sprinting and jumping is fine. Basic attacks is fine. Performance when moving, dashing, and stopping from a sprint is fine. If it all feels quite, ooh, wait, dashing and sprint. If I have glitches, I feel like I would have to check that off. Yeah. Why are you unsatisfied with moving, dashing, sprinting? Sound effects are not natural enough. This is about long pressing to keep sprinting. No, can't stop immediately. Movements during sprinting. It glitches. What would even, performance glitch? Or you know what? Causes game to glitch in certain scenarios. Let's just say that, because it doesn't happen all the time, but it does happen a lot. Glitch / lag, because it is mostly a lag thing. Yeah, that's because otherwise it's fine, but when it does cause the game lag quite frequently. And I know that's a motion blur issue, but there's no option to turn off motion blur or like lessen motion blur yet, because we don't have that many settings controls yet. And I know it's a motion blur thing because I've had a similar issue in Withering Waves, and turning off motion blur helps it a lot. So I know there's a way to fix it, but we don't have that option yet. Basic controls, I'm fine. I don't need to change. There's some glitches. For the combat gameplay experiences, is there anything you think should be improved upon? Not really. My teammates are not smart enough in combat. Oh, that's mean. Ultimate skill is fine. Combat feedback and audio-visual performance is fine. Triggering of battle skills and ultimate skills, that's fine. If anything, it would be, I feel like my characters are squishy, but pace of combat is too slow. I don't think so. I think I'm fine with combat, but I'm going into this because I feel like the combat here is the best way I can explain the combat from my point of view is if you took the combat of Xenoblade 3 and like Genshin Impact, just to pull out of a hat one of the overworld gacha games, the combat of Xenoblade 3 and Genshin Impact, and mix them together, you would get the Arknights Endfield combat. Does this make sense? Because that's the best way I can put it. It's not a perfect science, but that's like how I would explain it to somebody. But I'm quite satisfied with it, which is why I have nothing. I'm fine with the combat because I have played. I love both of those games. So, which of the following combat performance styles match your current feelings? So spectacular skill performances look grand and flashy and make combat look like actual battles instead of minor brawls. I think I'd be neutral on this, but I'm using like maybe that spectacularity level is higher when you get to like the 6-star characters, but there's just not enough, and I don't have any of them yet to like know what the correct answer would be. Smoothness is basic attacks, battle skills, and combo skills transition seamlessly and don't feel clunky. I would give it a 4. But also the smoothness thing is going to really depend on the setup and like rig you're running the game on. So like it's not going to be as smooth if you were running this on a phone, but I don't think there's any phones in this iteration of the beta. I think it's just PC beta. So that smoothness is very much a sliding scale. If you're running this on a laptop, you might say the smoothness is 1. If you're running this on like the lowest specs possible to run this, maybe. But I mean, what I've played is fine with the rig I have. Then we have polished. Skill effects are sufficiently detailed, such as the Endman's combo skill that seals enemies in Originium. I would honestly lean more towards 2 or 3 for this, because I'm gonna give it a 2. I just feel like I don't, because even with this, the description of this, I don't know if they're talking about like the skill description. If I were to go into Edmund's character details and look at like their kit specifically and read it, or like just even thinking back to I'm just gonna give it a 2. I'm like actually, I'll give it a 3. I'm neutral. Fine. Impactful. Attack and skill hit feedback feels adequate. I would give this a 4 as well. I think it's fine, but like the visceral feel, you know what? I'll give it a 5 because I don't want it to feel visceral. I'm fine. It's visceral enough. If you get any more visceral with it, then I'm gonna have to start censoring things, and I don't want to do that. Based on your personal preference, how important are these combat styles to you? I feel like with spectacularity, I would give it a 4. It's not the end of the world, but I would give it a 4. Smoothness, 5. I think it needs to be smooth. If I am like glitching out on combat, especially because I love fast combat, I like fast-paced combat the most. If it's not smooth and I am like waiting for the combat to catch up to what the actual gameplay sort of thing, I'm not happy with it. Polished then. Skill effects are sufficiently detailed. Once again, I would say 4, and then impactful, I'll give it a 3. That's fine. I don't have combat experience suggestions. I don't want to write things out. I just like yapping. That's the thing. I will say what I'm thinking, but if you want me to write down my thoughts, I will cry. Anyways, which of these best describes your map exploration habits when playing games? So I am kind of in the middle because there's two options here. I need a secret third option in the middle. The first option being I prefer following the main story and completing the missions first. And then the second one is I prefer exploring the place on my own, look around the map for various contents and gameplay features, and have fun with those before working on the main story. I actually do this overworld exploration at the same time that I'm doing the main story. This is what I call JRPG rules, actually. It's exactly that, where I play through the main story while also exploring the world and doing little side puzzles that show up, reading books and like things like that, fighting opponents off to the side. I do it all at the same time for the most part. So I'm gonna go, I think that the second option, this longer option, is more closer to what I do because I do this while also working in the main story. But like if there's a part of the main story and like a chest off to the side, I'm gonna go for the chest and then come to the main story. So I feel like that's the best way to put it. Are there experiences of the main story progression that you think could be improved upon? The objectives are very clear. I will say that right now. It's very clear what we're supposed to do for the most part. Some of the optional things are a little bit funky, but it's fine. Mission guidance is fine. Oh, I can't quickly find target locations such as the 3 landbreaker camps. I'm gonna have to click that because I couldn't find those 3 landbreaker camps. I only found 2 of the 3. Time allotted for combat, narrative, exploration, and AIC factory gameplay modes doesn't meet expectations. Too much story content, not too much combat, etc. No, it's fine. It's fine. I actually, if anything, thought that we needed more of both. Lack of freedom, the opinion that there are only main story missions and things feel monotonous. I don't think that's a problem yet because it's beta. So I don't even think I could say anything, but the target locations bit is a bit much or not enough, quite frankly. How do you feel about the following gameplay content? Combat section, including story battles and wilderness combat. Meh, just, I don't know. I feel like it's too little, quite frankly. Main missions? Too little. Side missions? I'm gonna say I can't give an opinion on this because I did not seek out side missions. Story dialogues. Oh, I need a secret 5th option of there's too many in certain places and not enough in others. Because I don't want to say too much because then I don't want them to shorten the story. Ooh, do we say too much? Because I'm specifically thinking about the Dijiang story sections. And there was too much, there did not need to be that much dialogue up there. But as for now that we're on the ground, I feel like there's too little. I'm gonna say too much. I think that's probably the better option for this part. Cutscenes, just right. I think cutscenes is fine. Map exploration / gathering and collecting items. I feel like I can't give an opinion on this yet because I haven't actively tried to do that. AIC factory gameplay is just right, I would say. Because I feel like I don't want too much of that because it confuses me still. How do you feel about the color tone of the game environment? I am not surprised they're asking this question because I don't know if I saw this opinion in other places, but I know I had it that this game that at the time this game felt during the tech test kind of like dark, like too dark for Arknights. And Arknights isn't a very bright game to begin with. Personally, I like it overall. I don't think it's too warm or too cold. I'm not surprised they're asking a question like this though, because I know that during the tech test, there was some people saying something about this. How do you feel about the color brightness? I like it. I think it's good now. If anything, certain parts of it are too dark and certain parts are too light, but overall it's fine. Color saturation, again, I like it. I don't think it's too vivid. I thought it was too dull before. That's the right word. During the tech test, it was very dull, but it looks like they might have upped the saturation a little bit. So overall, I think it's good now. Another one. How well do you think the characters fit with the environment? If this was the tech test, I would be like, they don't quite fit, but I think they fit now. I do think they made, like, I've literally been saying, like, yeah, the characters aren't as jarring in the world. They fit now. They do. Currently, have you been reading and following the world building and story of Arknights Endfield? I mean, there hasn't been a ton yet, but I am really interested in it and basically read through everything thoroughly. Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, but if it was real, true gameplay, I would be going through with a fine-tooth comb. Are there any experiences of the world building and story that you think could be improved? I do want to say that connection to the Arknights world building is unclear or insufficient because I feel like there hasn't been a ton of it yet. But also I haven't gone through a ton of the story. This is survey number 1. Lack of motivation and a sense of purpose. No, that's fine. The plot feels a little mundane / fragmented and gives limited information. I do think that not so much the limited information because that Dijiang had too much stuff, but the fragmented descriptor specifically, I think is a little, it feels fragmented. Story is presented in too many ways and feels a little messy. I don't think so. I think that's fine. This is just like having multiple ways to present information is just how these games work. The story is too little backstory to world building and key concepts. Absolutely not. Some world building and concept designs are quite complex and difficult to understand. Not really. Story progression doesn't feel very natural and the atmosphere of mystery and suspense seems forced. I do think I want to say that. because I was even saying before that the new version of the story doesn't feel as angsty as the previous version. And I think that is exactly what, it's not as angsty anymore. And I feel like this is how you would write that for people who don't know what angst is. I grew up on fanfic. I know what angst is. So, and then let's move on. Quality of the narrative presentation is quite average, which is delivery, performance, and dialogue. The voice acting is fine. I have no problem with the voice acting. Plot progresses a little too slowly. I don't know, because that's another one where it's like a double-edged sword, because certain parts were very slow and other parts have gone like bam, bam, bam. Like we found Andre way too early. Skipping story segments option. I'm fine not being able to skip story sections. Voiceover is another one, which is audio quality, how the voice fits the character, audio visual synchronization. Audio visual synchronization could be improved a little bit, but I think that just comes down to the animation of the new cutscenes not being perfect yet, which is fine. The main story doesn't connect strongly with the prologue, and the difference feels too apparent. I do have to say that. I do have to say that a lot. I agree. I actually do. For these story cutscenes you've seen in the game, which ones do you like? First appearance of the Endman. Endman has arrived. That was nice. When being ambushed by the unknown character, Perlica stood before me and said, "I'll be waiting in the north." I did like that cutscene. That was fun. I floated in space while having flashbacks. That was a good one. I woke up and Perlica caught me as I was about to fall and said, "It's been quite a while." That was fine. It was fine. It's fine. Perlica with the apple. I actually like that cutscene. So when we stood upon the decks of Dijiang and looked at the magnificent Talos 2, it was fine. It's some of these like smaller Dijiang cutscenes is where it started to lose me. When we learned about the sarcophagus and the crisis threatening Valley 4, I thought this was very out of place, so no. The motorcycle cutscene! That's a good one. So during a desperate moment in the fight against a landbreaker, Special Operator Chen showed up in time and saved Andre from danger. That was a fun one. So protocol anchor core descending from the space. I don't even remember this one. Transmitting power, bringing it back online. That's fine. Yeah, we're good. As of now, how would you rate your satisfaction with the mission/map character dialogues? Oh, I'm mostly satisfied. I think they're fun. I know that I would not giving it very satisfied just because every time I see them, I'm like, this is going to be so annoying when I have to go edit this because there's dialogue happening on multiple parts of the screen. And I think I said this in the last video specifically, but Warframe does that as well. Editing that first Warframe video, it's like, and looking through for I know I missed sections of dialogue in that. It's all over the screen. I can't look at that many places. So I'm mostly satisfied. I would give it a 5 if I was not a content creator, but because I'm a content creator and recording this for content, I look at that and I'm like, oh God, we're doing this again. So are there experiences of the mission/map character dialogues that you think could be improved? I'm satisfied with it so far. Oh, wait. Oh, so it's main story as well. I don't want to say the story didn't resonate with me because I mean, I don't really feel connected to it yet. Maybe, yeah, okay. But we haven't done a ton of it yet. So I don't want to I don't want to not underperform in the voiceovers. I love the new voiceovers. Music and sound effects is fine. Writing quality, no, that's fine. I don't know what I would, oh, character expressions and movements. There's too little variation and actions look unnatural and a little stiff. Yeah, they do look stiff. I've said this, they look stiff. But again, I'm gonna chop that up to, these are new cutscenes. But I don't know, because I don't know if it'll be, I want to check off something, right? In relation to not really, the story itself it's appealing enough for me to want to keep going, but I don't feel like I've resonated with anything yet as much as I did before. Like that beginning bit was, I feel like that's what's keeping me going, is that beginning, like not Elden Ring section before we wake up, the dream sequence. That's what's keeping me going. But otherwise, I feel like I've just been like I've done a lot more yapping than story because I want to talk about it. But you know, like I don't know. The story isn't as appealing as it was before to me. And I feel like that's the issue here. It's not necessarily even that it's written poorly or anything like that. It's just that I want more angst. I want more drama, and we haven't had that. So I think that's where it's getting me. So we'll go next. Regarding the mission/map character dialogues, how would you rate your overall satisfaction with the experience of the to read feature? And that is when the dialogue of the characters in the mission/map is being played. You can click to display the remaining dialogue and click again to start the next dialogue line. I can't give an opinion on this as I didn't pay too much attention. I just kind of am sitting. So that's what click to read is. So I guess that's if you're, I feel like that's probably in between a story skipper and a lore player, is the click to read player, where they are just reading through the dialogue and not necessarily paying attention to the voice acting as much. And I didn't pay attention. I don't think I did click to read once. How do you describe your relationship with the administrator? I experience the story from a third-person perspective. I treat the Endman as my companion or a close friend. I completely immersed myself and want to be one with the Endman and experience the story from the character's perspective. I mean, if anything, I treat them as a third person character, just another character in the game, quite frankly, like the main character, but I'm not immersing myself into the game. So I feel like that third person, but I also don't treat the Endman as a companion or close friend. They're just another character in the story, in my opinion, but it's fine. How satisfied are you with the Endman? I feel like I'm neutral with the administrator. I think the voiceovers I'm mostly satisfied. That's fine. Character background, I'm neutral. I feel like I feel like we don't know enough. Does that make sense? I feel like there's still very much a blank slate, and I don't know enough about their backstory to be like, oh, I care this character very much, you know? Personality traits, I can't give an opinion on this as I don't really know their personality traits. I know they do some little quirky fun things here and there, but that's about it. But that's not enough to like give an opinion on it. So the visual appearances, I would again say mostly satisfied, just because I think they're kind of, again, plain, but I do like them, so. Dynamic visual performance, which is movements, UI screen. I'm neutral on this. I feel like the UI screen animation for at male Endman at least was kind of boring compared to some of the other ones. Like I looked at the animation for male Endman compared to like Qianyu, and hers is adorable. But story progression, whether the protagonist played a vital role in driving the narrative forward. I would say mostly satisfied, but I feel like the narrative, I feel like not much has happened. So, oh god, do we have to do this for everyone? How satisfied are you with Perlica? I'm mostly satisfied. Voiceovers, mostly satisfied, sure. Visual performance, can I just say I'm mostly satisfied with Perlica overall? So, visual appearance, mostly satisfied. I can't give an opinion on the character background. I don't know enough about her. Same thing with her. I would say I'm neutral about her personality. I don't like it as much because I feel like more so than the tech test, they've kind of made Perlica I've made a couple of jokes about the Perlica narrative. They're really pushing this thing that like Perlica is romantically somehow connected to Endman, but without pushing that because it's a gacha game and there's going to be multiple characters that they're probably going to do that with over time. But it's weird. So next, Qianyu, I am very satisfied with Qianyu. I love her. I love her personality, her voiceovers. I'm neutral, and I can't give an opinion on her background. I feel like I don't know enough about any of these characters' backgrounds to give proper opinion. Very satisfied with the movements, especially in the UI screens. She's adorable. There's also that one bit in the main story where she like bent over helping Andre with something. It's so cute. She's so cute, and very satisfied with her design as well. I love her. I love Qianyu. How would you rate your overall satisfaction with the character art of Arknights Endfield? I'm very satisfied, especially with some like that Wolfguard change. Woo! Which of these best describes your voice-over language preferences in games? There's quite a few. I usually stick to one language for voiceovers. I do usually stick to one language, but sometimes that does change. Like, to bring up Genshin Impact really quickly, I play like the upcoming event for Lantern Rite is not going to be voiced in English because of the ongoing voice actors strike here in the US. And it's Lantern Rite. It takes place in Liyue, so I will be playing that with the Chinese voiceover, which I don't think is weird because that's the inspiration for that area. I feel like I usually stick to one language though. That's fine. Which voiceover language do you mainly listen to? I usually pick English just because it's easier from a content perspective. Because I don't need to be like, my brain doesn't need to be working overtime to like read as much while I'm like talking about it or going through the game. Because I like to talk over it sometimes. And that's kind of the main reason. So I usually go with English. Which voiceover language do you mainly listen to when playing Arknights Endfield? If it was Arknights, I would have to put Japanese, but English for Endfield. How would you rate your overall satisfaction with the voiceovers? I'm very satisfied with it is at now. Even with like the changes, I'm mostly satisfied with. But overall, I would say I'm very satisfied. I'm mostly satisfied with the changes because I've said this. I miss when Fiona was vaguely Australian. I liked the accent. What can I say? But that's like my only gripe. And it's like a stupid gripe. At the end of the day, it doesn't matter. Which of these game system languages? English, yeah. Overall comprehensive name of characters. Can I put a 4 for name of characters just because I still don't know how to say the banner character's name? World building, story dialogue, that's fine. I understand it perfectly fine. Combat related text is fine. Have you encountered these issues in reading the names of character? Use of some foreign languages made reading and comprehension more difficult. It's not even that. It's just I don't know how to say that. Font is fine. Unnatural looking nouns that don't fit well with the typos. I love that they're asking about this because I love this sort of thing. Etymology is so fun. Names of character, because specifically it's the one banner character whose name I can't pronounce. Because that's the thing. I've said this before. I know enough Mandarin Chinese to work my way through a gacha game in characters with Mandarin Chinese name. I know enough. Okay, so that's not what I'm having issue with. It's the banner character. How do you say her name? I guess it would be esoteric nouns or hard to read nouns that are hard to understand. I'm just gonna say that one, fine. Performance and optimization. I'm so satisfied with performance optimization compared to last time. Are you interested in any of these contents and hope to get a more in-depth experience in the subsequent gameplay? Collections, no. Combat, sure. More combat mechanics and stages, yeah. Crafting, yeah. Not the AIC. Expand and build in the wilderness. Zip lines, transmission, sure, fine. World building and storyline, yes. In-game environment, yes. Characters, absolutely. Make my team more powerful, yes. I don't need to recruit every character. I'm a story player. Tower defense gameplay, not really. Music, sure. Yeah, that's good. I can add stuff, but I don't want to rate stuff. Submit, yay! That took so long, they always do. So we did absolutely no story in this video. It was just a yap video. And we're gonna end with a single poll because that's all I have. And I said so. And then I'm probably gonna go lay down because I'm not really feeling that good. This is what happens when you go out and touch grass. All right, I can do one headhunt. Let's go. It's purple, so I'm gonna skip that. Wolfguard, it's Snowshine, that's fine too, yeah. All right, I'm just gonna end at the hub, fine. That's it for this video. Thank you guys for watching. The next one will be better, I swear. If you like this video, make sure to give me a like down below, as well as subscribe for more, and click the little notification bell to be notified when I upload new ones. As always, I hope everyone had or is having a super lovely day wherever you are in the world, and I'll see you all in my next video where more things will happen. Bye guys!